Hello Guardians, my name is XCalion, and in today's video, I just wanted to go over my thoughts on the Lorentz Driver, the brand new linear fusion rifle that has everybody kind of up in arms and, you know, shaking their heads like, why Bungie, why is this a thing? And I'm a little perplexed myself, to be real. Don't understand why they decided to make something like this and put it in the game. It's like, I don't know. A lot of times it seems like Bungie goes, you know, one step forward, two steps back. And this season, I'm pretty pleased so far. I think most everybody is, and it certainly feels like maybe two steps forward, one step back with this weapon. So far as, you know, Crucible is concerned. And there's a lot of things this season to be happy about. I think they're doing some really good things. In taking a step towards making the game less grindy yet more reward inclusive, you know, for everybody. And I mean everybody. The fact that Trials this season, whenever it launches on the 10th, not only is there not going to be a -3 anymore, like you don't have to like lose 3 and then have to reset or anything like that. You either go flawless or you don't. And also what that means is they fixed up Saint. Saint now has a very cool reputation system, not unlike the Drifter or Lord Shaxx had last season, and also now that Zavala has this season. So for the same kind of thing that we have for Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes, we now also have for Trials, and it's a way for people to be able to grind out with the weapons that they want. You know, you go to Saint, he's got a bunch of weapons, including the new linear fusion rifle for him, Stasis linear fusion rifle. And look, whenever it comes to linear fusion rifles, I've said before my feelings regarding it being that I kind of feel like it needs to be a special weapon, right? Now, most of them. Now, you can definitely have your heavies, like Sleeper Simulant, that should be a heavy, just kind of like it was in Destiny 1, and kind of like Whisper of the Worm is a heavy sniper, right? Like, maybe some of the others, like Darcy, you know, it shouldn't be heavy, but for what it is, Whisper is a pretty good, you know, heavy weapon that does a lot of damage pretty quickly, which is understandable. And the same goes for Sleeper Simulant, especially if you have the catalyst done for it. It's really useful. And some of the others, though, right? Like we have the Queensbreaker. You know, Queensbreaker certainly doesn't feel like it should be a heavy. And then one, like, they eventually put in like Arbalest, and Arbalest was a kinetic special, which is cool. And mind you, this gun is basically Arbalest 2.0, and that to me seems very strange because Arbalest was such a thorn in everybody's side for so long. It was just really kind of a frustrating weapon to play against because linear fusion rifles tend to have really ridiculous aim assist, and they still have really good aim assist. And look, they've dumbed it down a few seasons ago, right? Like they dumbed it down so that Arbalest wasn't the you know, itch in everybody's side like it used to be. Lorentz's Driver feels like Arbalest 2.0, only now it has this crazy ridiculous exotic perk where you get you know, some pseudo like marking, not unlike One-Eyed Mask back before it got debuffed, you know, and then it does this crazy, that right there, the crazy suction thing that it does whenever you get a precision kill. It sucks a bunch of guys in, and it's great for ad clearing. It's really good for ad clearing, actually. But for PvP, it's kind of frustrating to play against. And look, I think that they definitely have a way that they can do this without continuing to frustrate the community, right? And again, whatever it is about this weapon, I don't know. It's going to be frustrating no matter what, I think. But all of our other linear fusion rifles, you know, we have the Tarantula, the Threaded Needle, which is one of my favorites, auto-loading Vorpal, it's great. Those should be special weapons, you know. In Destiny 1, they were special weapons. But if you make them special weapons, you know, dumb down the aim assist, right? Like it shouldn't have this kind of crazy aim assist, and, you know, maybe up the charge times a bit. You know, that was kind of the thing about linear fusion rifles in Destiny 1 was it was high risk, high reward kind of thing. You know, it took a second to charge up, but it was worth it once you got it charged up. I think with this one, Mr. Arbalest 2.0 here, mind you, it's also got a catalyst, which I'm not real sure what it does yet. This gun's just stupid, right? It's just ridiculous, and I can understand, you know, the frustration. You know, I've played against this myself, and eventually that's when I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to throw it on and see how it goes. And mind you, this entire lobby here, I'm playing with a bunch of guys on PC. I'm playing with my buddy Dalton, and he plays on PC, and I'm on PS5, and I'm not hurting, like, at all. And it's crazy. Like, it's so crazy. And you can see, like that right there. Take the charge time down, or something. You know, here's something. Here's something that Bungie just proved they can do with the Radiant Dance Machines, which is something that's back from Destiny 1. They turned it off, right? They completely turned it off in PvP while leaving it alone in other things. You know, PvE and patrols and whatever. That kind of proves that that's something that they can do now. You know, they used to not have that kind of capability, but if it's something that they can do and they're not using that for some of these frustrating weapons or some of these frustrating exotics, you know, maybe that's something you should look at, or at the very least, look at it in your competitive playlists, right? Like trials and comp and stuff like that. And I don't usually, you guys know me, I don't usually complain about anything. Like, it's a game, this is the way they designed it, and, you know, I just don't usually get too frustrated. I just kind of let live and let be and do my thing. This is different, right? It's like you dumbed down Arbalest a long time ago for what? You know, just so that we could do this again, and I don't know, I don't understand, but I am having a good time this season overall. The reward structure is great. The fact that the pinnacle weapon this season, it's amazing, by the way. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, but the Ascendancy. You know, like the last several seasons for the pinnacle weapon, you had to, I guess you call it the ritual weapon, you've had to basically grind out a quest, right? And you could do that in Strikes, Gambit, or Crucible. And then you could do another quest to get the, on each of those activities, to get a themed ornament, again, for said activity. And this season, it's the Ascendancy, a legendary precision frame rocket launcher, which is great. If you don't know what that means it has intrinsic targeting, right? Like, it'll track. And the other cool thing about it is it's got explosive light, you know, perk from the Wendigo grenade launcher. It's really good. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but they tacked that onto your pass for Crucible, Strikes, and Gambit instead of having to do the crazy quest. Like, to me, that's really cool. But that's not all they did. They also set it to where after you reset any of those passes, you can then go through to get the ornament that way, which is crazy. It's less grind, right? Less grind, more rewards, and that's huge. Now, that being said, they could certainly do away with the all the blue gear still, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm still very happy with this season, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Godspeed, my friends.